Greetings and salutations, guys. Shiba here. Welcome to another stream of mine. Tonight we are going to be playing more Resident Evil 2. Really, more of a chill night, really. I'm just getting my headband on. So, for anyone who's subscribed to my channel, like you probably see in the text, I actually do have new emotes and other, like emojis, like still emojis and stuff like that for subscribers, and I kind of reworked the ones that are for free for anyone who's following me. Also, on top of that, on my Discord, let me just put this on. Discord. So if you guys check out my Discord sometime, I do have a bunch more emotes and emojis and all that stuff there. Some of them are actually kind of funny. Personal favorite one is actually the personal favorite one is this one here. It's from Final Fantasy, so you guys can check it out. It's like a laughing one, and then it just stops and it's like all serious. But yeah, so tonight I'm just gonna be doing Leon B, continuing more of that in Resident Evil 2, classic OG Resident Evil 2, and then I'm like, my energy's kind of drained too. I'm kind of like tired. You can kind of like see it around my eyes and stuff. Yesterday was kind of rough for me, for my body. I was just really going through it. And then, yeah, so tonight's gonna be more of a chill night. If anyone's on and you guys feel like playing Marvel Rivals with me, let me know. Like if you guys are watching this, or if you want to play DVD or something cooperative, let me know. I'll be down to play if I have it, and probably film it too live on there. Tomorrow's gonna be more of the bigger, more important stream, really. The new update for Final Fantasy 12, my bad. Final Fantasy 14 comes out, so the new update for that comes out tomorrow, and it is like gonna feature new main story quests and all that stuff, and take us into Evercold, which is the new expansion coming out in January 2027. Like, so like I kind of want to play Final Fantasy 14, but at the same time the servers are gonna be shut down, like I think in 15 minutes or something, or probably shut down like at 9 p.m. tonight. It's already 10:44 my time, so the servers probably won't be back up until like 3 in the morning, 6 in the morning, something like that. So when I wake up, have breakfast, chill, rest for a bit, then sometime in the daytime, in the afternoon, I'll be streaming that. Yeah, probably like a 4 or 5 hour stream or something like that. Yeah, you guys could tell I'm like kind of tired. My voice is kind of like the at the moment. Just gotta drink some water. Give me a second, guys. That's what I call H2. Hey, let me just get my headphones on, and then we're just gonna dive right on into RE2. I hope you guys are having good day, good Monday, really. A good start to your week and everything. To be honest, I completely forgot it was Monday. A part of me was like, oh, it's Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. Then I realized that, oh wait, there's Monday Night Raw. Wrestling's on today. Oh, I clicked on the wrong game. I clicked on Marvel Rivals instead of RE2. I do have some good news too. Well, two good news. One of them contains just more for the stream, really. The other one is actually a medical thing. I had a doctor's appointment for my ongoing health issues, a neurologist, and you know, like in my arm, I'm having issues with my arms and my arm and grip and like loss of feeling and all that stuff in my right arm. So the good news is I had an MRI done a few weeks ago, or like a month ago. and the MRI came back clear, so I don't have anything wrong with my spine itself, and there's nothing wrong with the nerves apparently, but that's a good thing. So it's a good thing that I don't have to have surgery for that, or I don't need to have like anything done with my nerves or anything. But on the flip side, it's an unknown thing now, so I don't really know what else is causing it. Muscle tear or something up with my lungs or whatever. I don't know really. So more testing and all that stuff has to be done, and I have like another follow up in a couple months to see where it's at really. Like yesterday I had like a massive attack from like cold, just the coldness, like a breeze or something like that. It just really made my body kind of like shut down on me. And then so yeah. And now on to the other a little bit more exciting, upbeat, fun news is that I finally got my laptop to work with Streamlabs OBS and my second monitor. So now I'm going forward in the future, and whenever I do play like a single player horror game, I can actually play some indie horror games that are on PC only now. So get to play like Raging Bites or Echoes of the Dead, Echoes of the Living. I have Ground Zero on there as well, Cold Fear, stuff like that. And I can also try to get Outbreak to run on that, and we can play Resident Evil Outbreak with a working server and everything, and play online with that and see how that goes. So thankfully I got that fixed today, and I just got to test it out a little bit more, figure out how to do the audio setup in terms of like voice chatting and stuff. But other than that, should be good to go for single player games for the time being. Hey, now I probably yapped a little bit too much. I'm just gonna chill and vibe, have a nice little cozy horror game moment going on. Oh yeah, we picked up playing as Ada. There we go. So as I run forward, there's gonna be a cutscene that's gonna be playing. Oh, wait, before I even go any further, I just want to switch my control. So I'm using my DualSense, and I had that out originally because I thought I was gonna play more Rivals or something like that, but I got tired. So let's just switch back to like the classic dual what's this? DualSense, the just by itself. That one was the DualSense Edge. Yeah, that shows you guys how tired I am, how kind of like low energy I have. Wait, let's enjoy this cutscene.
Don't move. You're the one who was with that cop, if I'm not mistaken. Identify yourself. Ada Wong. Ada Wong. I've heard that name before. Now I remember. One of the men from Chicago who came to assist the T-virus research used his girlfriend's name as his password. Ada and John, I believe. How did you know? Who are you?
Solid, welcome in.
Birkin. My husband is the man responsible for the creation of the T-virus, William Birkin. What? John's dead. He became one of those zombies. My condolences. And although I regret this, you will be joining him shortly. I won't let anyone take the G-virus away from me.
We just pause it. Solid, welcome in, dude. The night's going well. I'm kind of low energy. That's why I'm playing RE2 instead of Rivals. Like I'm just kind of drained a bit, so I'm playing this. How are you doing? Are you doing great as well? And yeah. Solid. Thank you for that. The audio clip for the Evil Dead one, the one that says groovy. I'm not sure if that's gonna work on the stream. I had to set up and everything for that, and I think for subscriptions too. But hopefully anybody new who's watching the stream, drop a follow so then we can actually check and see if that clip works. That sound, the sound bite, the sound alert works like normal. So just let me know. And then also Sullen, and also for anybody else who's watching the stream, I mentioned at the top of the stream that I have new emotes, new animated emotes and stuff uploaded to the channel. So anybody who has a subscription, feel free to use those emotes and stuff. It's there for you. It's totally brand new emotes and all that. And also on my Discord, I do have a ton more emotes on there. I think about 30 so far. I'm constantly looking out for new ones and putting new ones on there now. Sullen, how are you doing? How's your night going? Hopefully everything's good. And it's going well. I appreciate you dropping in. Alright, let's continue on with this little cutscene.
G-Virus? It's capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-Virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is... precisely my husband, William.
Well,
And it's
what are they
all
looking
my
at?
brother's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him. Where did you get that pendant? It looks exactly like the one I gave Sherry.
She dropped it. I've been holding on to it for her.
Liar! Give it back to me!
Oh. The sound sounds so weird. Oh, she got slapped. That's the most pathetic falling scream I've ever heard. Ada over here being a hoe. Someone, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully, you can look at it like they're at peace, they're at rest now and stuff. They're not in pain or anything and stuff like that. And hopefully SpongeBob is, cheering up and stuff. I appreciate you being here though. Now, after you telling me this, hopefully I can like cheer you up and stuff with my stream and whatnot. If you're wondering about Blaze, she's actually asleep behind me, resting. Yep. So it's just me tonight on the air, in a way. But dude, I appreciate you. With what you've done for me so far on the channel in terms of sound alerts. I keep saying sound bites. Sound alerts and stuff. So enjoy the that little free sub you got. And then also hang out over here again. Yeah. Like whenever there's if a family pet or even family members that are suffering a lot, it's nice to know that like they're not suffering anymore, kind of thing. Like they're resting, they're at peace and stuff like that. Like, yeah. Okay, not to be a doubter or anything like that. I'm gonna turn back on the game so we're not like kind of like in this little mellowness really, but thank you for spending your night with me on here, and hope you enjoyed the cozy horror. I thought there was like another guessing, but okay. There you guys go. I think the Discord thing just popped up via Nightbot. For anyone who's just new to the channel, definitely check out my Discord too. Yeah, I got a lot more emotes on there, and I tend to post like updates and then things like that. Oh,
Ada?
I should wait. If I return back to Leon, let's see. Let's see if the cutscene changes. So I went. If you go down the ladder, Leon will. Okay, so Ada can't really go back to see Leon. Okay. Let's rewind the clock back again. Go down the ladder. I thought I could like backtrack a bit and like get like a different cutscene of like Ada going back to Leon and putting a band-aid on him. No, she just ends up here going down the ladder. So I was supposed to go downstairs. Yeah.
Ada?
Ooh. So the next area is gonna have spiders. But these guys have a medal. Ew. Alright, those things always make my skin crawl. Some more here. Is here? Like, I'd never waste my bullets on those things in here. In this version of Resident Evil. And herbs, but we need to turn this thing back. That's technically the last time we need the Valve handle. Game's like, you should definitely save, but I'm like, I'm on the PS5, and I can save anytime I want. Because there's like a, like just press start and then press triangle, it'll automatically save for me. The OG RE always gave those spooky vibes with the door open and the battle style. This is true. This is true. The reason why, okay, so there is a technical reason why they put those doors in there. It's those are basically loading screens, really. They, if you just went from one room to the other, it would just be a black screen. But they're like, okay, let's try and make it as spooky as possible. Let's put a door in between that and those two scenes. And then you can open the door and they have like that slow motion opening and stuff like that. And there's only a few instances in the classic Resident Evil where you try to open the door and you like you could like have zombies come in instead. Like they'll be on the other side of the door and they'll just like walk through the door kind of thing. There's special animations for that. And the battle style, it's like it's an acquired taste. I would say that, like, it could be very challenging and spooky for those who are not accustomed to tank controls and things like that. Like I wasn't. Like I had a very hard time when I was younger playing classic Resident Evil games, and like it would be so difficult, especially when I did the remake, the Resident Evil 1 remake. Like it added to the challenge, it added to the creepiness of like I don't know what's around the corner kind of thing. Now, as I have played through these games so many times, it's kind of like I know what's around the corner, and I'm just like, I do admit that there are sometimes jump scares. They do kind of like startle me, especially like the ones like are like the windows are breaking or like the zombies are coming out of the boarded up windows and stuff. Like I kind of forgot about this, and it did startle me a little bit. And also, I'm very sorry if I am rambling. My brain is just like already over there, kind of thing. Okay, we're gonna head through here. I don't know if there's gonna be an alligator, because in Claire A, I killed it. Thank you, Solon. Thank you. But yeah, there is absolutely no alligators or whatever. Leon, Claire is the one who actually killed it. And Scenario A, or Claire A. Solon, you played the classic Resident Evils, right?
Leon.
This bullet wound isn't making things any easier.
Quiet, Leon. I'll patch you up.
Like, you know why I didn't make it any easier, Leon? You got shot, you're bleeding, and you ran in zero water.
Don't mention it.
I'm sure you got COVID. Or you got T-virus or whatever.
John's dead.
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
So, like, John was Ada's boyfriend, like a news reporter or something like that. But we all know that Ada is a spy and all that. So, what if John was like Ada's like spy partner kind of thing? So, there's that. Oh, so you played it when you were younger? How old were you when you played it? I was 12 when I played my first Resident Evil. And have you gone back to play them, or just never gone back? Played RE4 and onward? Okay. Oh, so this is technically the last time that we need to use this. So I think since we turn off the fan and we go across this, since Ada's with us, most likely we don't have to deal with spiders anymore. It's just gonna be zombies in this first area. Solon, what is your favorite Resident Evil, by the way? Yeah, see, it's just zombies. You always watch Brothers. Nice. Did they finish it? Oh, come on. I didn't line up. There we go. fine. Like for me, I tell the story all the time on this on my streams whenever I do play Resident Evil. For me, my very first experience with Resident Evil wasn't with RE2. RE2 was the first one that I played myself, by myself through the entire thing and all that. Like from beginning to end, RE2 was the Resident Evil I played. But before that, my sister rented RE3, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis for the PS1 back in the day when it first came out from Blockbuster. She rented it because she was very much into horror movies, horror movies, video games, stuff like that. She was into the spooky kind of thing, and she rented it and she played it. And she was like, "Oh, it's just zombies and stuff, you know, whatever kind of thing. I got it, kind of thing." Like she was confident going in, and then she reached the spot where Nemesis appears for the first time in the game. And Nemesis wrecked her so much that she ran away from Nemesis into the RPD. And she's like, okay, Nemesis can't follow me or all this stuff. Like, no, I'm safe. Like, I ran away and all that stuff. I'm like, okay. Yeah, and so she's exploring the RPD and everything. And then, of course, Nemesis shows up again and like, runs after her, dashes after her and everything. And my sister's like panicking, trying to figure out how to kill him, how to like stop Nemesis and everything. She's thinking it's a boss fight. She doesn't realize that you have to like fully run away from Nemesis at that point. Like, yeah, you can find Nemesis, but only if you're really good at the game. This is my sister's first time playing Resident Evil. She doesn't know the controls or anything like that, and Nemesis is making beeline right towards her, and like she's like, okay, I avoided him. I went to the next room. Oh no! Nemesis chased her from room to room to room in the RPG until he finally got her and like killed her in the game. And so, and then like when that happened, my sister just instantly shut off the PlayStation. It's like, nah, I'm not playing this anymore. And she ended up returning the game. And after that, she stopped playing video games entirely. Keep in mind, this is my sister who grew up playing the Legend of Zelda, hand drawing maps, fully completing the Legend of Zelda as well when she was a kid. So it's like, this is her being like, no, I'm not playing video games anymore. And I'm like, what? And I like that memory. It stays in my head rent free as like my earliest experience of Resident Evil. And then after that, I like a year later is when I found out that Resident Evil 2 was coming out for the N64, and I was like, oh, I could buy this. And I ended up buying it after pleading to my mom that I'm mature enough to play this game. And my sister gave me the seal of approval to my mom to be able to like get the game and stuff and be able to handle it. My mom was like very much like, oh, you can't play M-rated games, it's too mature and everything. My sister was like, no, it's just zombies. He was like, oh, okay. And so my mom got the game for me when I was 12. Like, it's interesting that your all-time favorite is RE4, and for me, that's not my all-time favorite, to be very honest. Like, I was much in the camp where RE4 came out, like it released for the GameCube for the first time. I enjoy the gameplay, but at the same time, I was like, this ain't Resident Evil. Like, I grew up playing RE1, RE2, RE3. Like, I played RE2 first, then I played RE1, and then I played RE3 Nemesis. Like, I played it in that kind of order. And to me, like, Resident Evil is always like, you know, you gotta solve the puzzles and work your way through an area and all that stuff. The moment I played RE4, I enjoyed the gameplay, I enjoyed the combat, but then I hated the chapter system. Like the chapter system and the merchant stuff. Like, I hated that experience because it just didn't feel like Resident Evil to me at that point. But I still played it. And I was like, okay. Because also before RE4 there was RE0, as you said, you like that a lot. So RE0 was something that I enjoyed. Code Veronica was another one that I enjoyed, and then of course I absolutely loved the Resident Evil 1 remake. To me, that was peak Resident Evil right there. And then of course, my personal favorite of all time is Resident Evil Outbreak Files 1 and 2, which I still wish to this day Capcom could release those in on modern systems, and I could play it with friends and like just have a good time playing 4-player co-op Resident Evil in the classic style. Yeah, the controls they are an acquired taste. Someone, if you do ever want to get back to the classic Resident Evils, I recommend buying the Resident Evil 1 Remake HD Remaster that's on PS4 and Xbox, and it's available on Steam as well. With that, you have both the classic tank controls, but you also have the modern 3D controls where you push in any direction that you're seeing and you run in that direction. It's not like you have to hold up to run forward. It's like you want to run left, you just press left on the joystick, you run left kind of thing. It's the same thing for Resident Evil Zero. There's a Resident Evil Zero HD remaster collection as well. So definitely check out those two. Those are actually much more easier to play if you want to play that old school style Resident Evil, but with easier controls. So you could literally 360 run around no scope zombies in that game like that. That's also the N64 Resident Evil 2 also had that kind of stuff too. So that's why it made it easier for me to play it as a kid. Because I didn't really like tank controls either. But the moment you have that full on 3D analog control where you just press left, you run left, press up, you run up, depending on where the character is, it was absolutely perfect. And then once I started, like, I was like, okay, I'm going to try tank controls. And then once I got a handle of it, I was like, oh, okay, cool, perfect. Funny enough, the tank controls actually still exist in Resident Evil 4. It's just the camera is shifted behind Leon's back instead of being like somewhere else in like in the corner of the screen or something like that. It was actually a very funny argument I had with my old roommate in college. He was like, no, Resident Evil 4 doesn't have tank controls. I'm like, Resident Evil 4 has tank controls. If it didn't have tank controls, you'd be able to freely move Leon in any direction. You press left, he will run in left. But RE4 still had tank controls. You press up, Leon runs forward, press back, Leon walks backwards. You press left or right, Leon only turns in that direction, and you have to press up to move in that direction. It's looking in. So tank controls still existed. So technically, something you did play with tank controls in RE4. So there's that little fun little knowledge right there. But yeah, I was like from the hardcore Resident Evil side of things. So when RE4 kind of flipped the script and changed things, I was like, oh no, kind of thing. But I was like, okay, this is the direction Resident Evil is taking in. You got RE4, and you got RE5, you got RE6 and stuff. And eventually by RE6, I was like, oh, you know what? I kind of like the action gameplay because RE6 was just crazy in terms of combat. And it's one of my favorite. RE6 has one of my favorite combat systems in the entire series. And then, of course, you got Revelations 1 and 2, same thing, but they kind of toned it back to more of a survival horror style. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 still has tank controls, but a lot of people didn't really realize that. It's the Gears of War 1 has tank controls as well, so it's like the same thing, really. And then, but I'll tell you this: the moment Resident Evil went back to first person, like went back to horror with RE7, and they changed the perspective again to first person. Ooh, it was perfect. That I loved when they went to like the pure horror aspect of RE7. It made it into a more difficult game to play, of course, but it was a really fun time to have to be had. And then you had Village. Village was kind of like a proto Resident Evil 4 remake kind of thing going on. Then you had all the remakes, all the other remakes of Resident Evil, which is actually really good in their own right. And they took everything to learn from the rest of the series. And they're like, okay, we're gonna make these games. I'm not gonna lie, that wait between the original release of Resident Evil 1 remake all the way up to Resident Evil 2 remake, that was a very long wait. Like when Resident Evil 1 remake came out, I think I was like 14 or 15 when that came out. And then when the RE2 remake came out, I was, let's see, that was 10 years ago. I was 31, 32 by the time it came out. So I waited a very long time. A very, very long time for between those two remakes. And then RE3 remake came out like a year later. Oh, sorry guys, I'm actually taking out a heating pad I had on my back. It got a little bit too hot. Yeah, I played RE7 in VR in PSVR, and that was like actually a really fun time. Like I really enjoyed that. I had a couple of friends try it out in VR as well. They're not really into horror games and all that, so they kind of like they panic while playing it. But it was still fun. It was a good time to be had. Oops. I haven't played RE4 in VR yet though. I still need to get a PSVR 2 for that. Played or I'm talking about the RE4 remake. I haven't played the RE4 VR that's on Meta, which is based off the original RE4. I haven't played that one yet. But I do have RE4 remake, and I just need to get a PSVR 2, and then I'll be able to play that and see how it is. Really. You can drive with pistols in there. That's what a friend told me. They told me like the reloading, you actually really had to take out like the magazine and put it into the gun and everything, and you have to like really do all the mannerisms and stuff for that. Like, and then of course, like earlier this year, like just like 2 months ago, I played RE9 on my channel and I streamed the entire game from beginning to end, and that was an amazing experience. That was like my comeback when it came to streaming stuff. But honestly, that's like my history of Resident Evil. It just feels like my eyes are kind of like tired. It's like a side effect of whatever my medical condition is. On the flip side, like I can also talk about Silent Hill as well. Silent Hill 2 was like my very first Silent Hill that I played back on the PS2. That game was freaky as hell. And then so I played that, and that was like freaky as hell. I kind of got stuck though. I never did fully complete it because I got stuck on a puzzle, and every solution I tried, even looking it up, I can never get the numbers right for some reason. It was like a save code inside the hospital, and it was actually my fault too because I put the combat on easy in Silent 2, but then I put the puzzles on like extreme hard difficulty. That you get in Silent Hill games, you can choose how hard you want the combat to be, and then like you can choose how difficult you want the puzzles to be. So I made easy combat, but like crazy difficult puzzles just to give me a challenge. And when you put it on that high difficulty for the puzzles, everything is completely randomized. Like nothing, like you could never find the proper solutions online for it. So I was kind of like, oh no. So I got stuck. That. And then I bought Silent Hill 4, and I played that from beginning, and that was actually really fun. The Silent Hill 4 The Room. That was like one of the it was one of the more freakier Silent Hill games because you have like the spirits, the ghosts that can follow you from room to room. They can even start haunting your apartment. So and your apartment is the only place you can actually stay in the game, and it's like you're supposed to be your safe zone, really. But it doesn't really end up being your safe zone as you get through the game. You could die in your safe room, basically. And then after that, I started playing and then I bought the first Silent Hill, but then I never truly finished that, completed that until like 2020 during the pandemic, really. And I admit the first Silent Hill is actually really fun. It's one of my favorite horror games now because it was just like ahead of its time, bro. Like you could tell that game was ahead of its time. It was a very artistic game, really, from like the team behind it. And the fact that they did so much in that game on the PS1 is insane. It's technically like outside of Grand Theft Auto, Silent Hill 1 on the PS1 was like one of the first open world games on that system. Like you have the entire town to explore and everything at any point, or as much as it can, really. So that was like the wild thing. Yeah, it had to have your brothers help you out. Like me, I didn't have any help. Like this is even before like the pre-internet days. Like Well, like the internet was around, but it was really hard to find the info that you needed for like your guides. So you have to go to GameFAQs and stuff. But as soon as you go to GameFAQs, like sometimes you come across people who have guides that are like not completed or not finished up to the point where you're at in the game. So that was me. Like I was just stuck. I was like, no, I can't finish this. Yeah, like my sister never played the games or anything like that, and my dad wasn't really much of a gamer by that point. So it was like it was just me playing it, and I had my friends, but none of my friends are really into the games that I'm into. Like they don't like playing horror games, so it's like, oh, okay, I have to do something kind of thing. And then eventually I bought like all the other Silent Hills as they came out, like Silent Hill 5 or Silent Hill Homecoming, Silent Hill Downpour, all that. There's only one Silent Hill game that I'm missing, and that is the Silent Hill Book of Memories, the one that's on the Vita. That's the only Silent Hill that I don't have. And yes, I still have PT on the PS4. So I still have that copy of PT on my PS4, and I'm able to play it anytime I want to, which is actually kind of fun. But I have yet to actually beat it because the puzzles are so random in that game. Like those are like Resident Evil and Silent Hill are always going to be my favorite horror games to go back to and play and chill and stuff. Like even when I play DVD, I always prefer to go to RPD or the Silent Hill Skull. It's just one of the things about me when it comes to that game. And then other horror games are like Fatal Frame and stuff like that. Like I wish I bought those when they came out, when they released and stuff, but I didn't. So I ended up getting like the digital copies. The only physical copy of a Fatal Frame game that I have is on the PS5, which is the remake of the second one. And then, but yeah, like I love horror games, really. You know what I wish could be a thing is like we get like a survival horror Castlevania game. That is something I want to see happen. Like I want Konami to do that. Like just get somebody who's working on the Silent Hill games. They did really well, like maybe Bluer Team or something like that. And then they work on a Castlevania game that's more horror than action. That would be pretty cool. Like you could be playing as a Belmont or play as not as a Belmont. You play as like a villager or something like that. And you're just trying to survive against Dracula's forces and stuff and all that. That would be pretty cool. I aim it. That's a good concept right there. Like Castlevania game that's a survival horror game. It's never been done before, but it could be. Okay, I kind of like went off on a tangent, start ranting. So thank you for sticking with me on that rant. Yeah, like Castlevania was like one of the OG games that I played on the NES when I was a kid. So Castlevania 1 and 2, like my sister had it, and so I ended up playing that a lot. And then the next Castlevania game I played after that was like Castlevania 64 and Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. And I played like all the PS2 Castlevanias. Absolute favorite Castlevanias though is the Lord of Shadows series. So I love Castlevania Lords of Shadows 1 and 2, and even the in-between game, Mirror of Fate. Like that to me was actually like some of my favorite Castlevanias, especially the first one. The first Lords of Shadow was amazing. And I just hope that there's a new Castlevania game coming out later on this year. It's like a 2D side scroller stuff from the makers of Dead Cell. It's Castlevania Bloodlines or something like that, I think it's called. I think we're playing as a Belmont. I think it's Sonia from the looks of it, or it could be Richter. I don't know. But like I can't wait to play that. It's like the first new Castlevania game in like 15 years or something like that. I think it's like 15 years, 13 years or something like that. So like all we had in that time for Castlevania was like the anime that was on Netflix, and the anime was good. I haven't seen the new one, the new anime series, but the original Castlevania anime series was amazing. I have yet to watch Castlevania Nocturne, I think. Nocturne. So there's that. But the original Castlevania anime was amazing, especially the final season. Yeah, the anime is so good, so good. I was kind of bummed that the first season was like only 4 episodes, But after that, they redeemed themselves, and we got like way more episodes stuff, especially like in like season 4. Season 3 kind of like dragged a bit though because it was more about the villains than anything. But season 4 was like the peak. Season 2 was peak as well too, especially that ending fight in season 2. Honestly, you know what? So okay, look, now you kind of got me talking about the soul and kind of got my brain going. Like, I want Konami to make a survival horror Castlevania game, but then, hear me out. I want Capcom to give me a Resident Evil anime based on the first 3 games, based on everything that happened in Raccoon City. Just give me a Resident Evil anime. So we got like Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Outbreak, and then whatever Resident Evils. Like give me those Resident Evils, but in anime form on Netflix. It could be amazing. Yeah, there was the CGI Resident Evil movies. Those are canon to the overall game series, so they are important in the overall lore and stuff. Like Infinite Darkness was the CGI movie show that was on Netflix that's still tied into the games, but like an actual like Resident Evil anime that's done in the art style of the Castlevania anime. So it's kind of like Castlevania flips over to be survival horror in terms of video games, and then Resident Evil flips over to be like the Castlevania anime kind of thing. And that to me would be amazing, just to have it as a what if thing. Like, because Capcom's already doing Devil May Cry anime, so they might as well just do a Resident Evil anime. Yeah, it could totally work. Like, it could be the same team that's behind Devil May Cry, really, which was technically the same team behind the first Castlevania show. So there you go. Like, that's like my take. Like, but now, like, I'm kind of like like, I'm kind of like savoring a survival horror Castlevania game. That's what I want now. Anyway, like, just imagine being stuck in Dracula's castle and you're just trying to survive the night in the castle, Dracula's castle, and trying to escape and stuff. That would be an absolute perfect kind of thing. I don't know if that was supposed to be Mr. X or William. Actually, no, it has to be William. I remember. Yeah, William kind of like attacks us. Like, I don't really understand why the camera changes over here, but there's nothing important to pick up. Weird. I didn't realize the tram was there. Yeah, that shows you how like out of it my vision is right now. So that my brain is like, oh, the tram's like there. No, the tram was never there. Oh, my brain. Hey, we're enter here. I'm not gonna lie. I find it kind of funny how William attacks us, and then he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go," even though the platform that we arrive at is super tiny and small. You can easily fight us on that. What else was I say? There's something else I was gonna say before the whole fight started. Hey, hello, what's up? Welcome in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hella Chalant. He is hella happy and excited for the new Final Fantasy 14 expansion coming out tomorrow. Not tomorrow, coming out in January 2027. But tomorrow is the update for Final Fantasy 14, which includes new story content and stuff that leads us into the new expansion. Hello, I'm so sorry for that little flub right there. I am kind of tired, kind of like recovering from like having a body flare up and stuff. So like my brain is just like, oh, it's in 3 more hours. The update is gonna be over at like 3 p.m. Pacific or something like that. I was thinking it was gonna be over like at 6 in the morning for me or something like that. Yeah, Sullen, hella. So, Sullen, you know how you've been like a part of Blacious's stream for a very long time and stuff over the years? Hella is kind of like how that is for me as well. Hella's original name is Ty, so every time I say Ty, that means Hella. I think so. And there you guys go. You guys good. Say hi, teacher. Also, speaking of Ty, did you hear about the free trial for Final Fantasy 14? It's going to be updated to go all the way to Stormblood, not Stormblood, Shadowbringers. So there you go. For anyone who is watching the stream and you guys never played Final Fantasy 14, tomorrow is the day to sign up for that free trial so you can play the first 4 expansions of Final Fantasy 14. And get your way all the way up to the end of Shadowbringers. Dude, hella. I told Blow about that, and I'm like, I gotta get it for the Switch too. When it comes out. Especially since like we me, you, like we already have the game as it is, we already are subscribers to the game, so we get like a 50% discount on it. On the Switch 2 version. So I'm like, I gotta get it. But I'll pick it up like once I actually have the money for it. Like that Switch, I hope that the Switch 2 version runs well. Like when you're like just game on the Wi-Fi and you're not docked or anything. So I hope it runs good. Are you getting it, Ty? Like, are you gonna pick it up? And Solon, if you want to get into a JRPG MMO, pick up Final Fantasy 14. There you go. That's like a game that me and Ty were like experts in, and we just like go crazy at it. Oh, nice. You have an early access period? Right. Nice. Oh, you said it'll have an early access period. Okay, there we go. There we go. I misread it as saying I'll have an early access period. I'm like, what? You got it for free? That shows you that my vision is like getting blurry. Oh no. Just heads up for everyone who is tuning into the stream stuff, there are new emotes set up. So anyone who is a subscriber, feel free to use those new emotes. And also, if you're just like watching for free, there are some. I kind of refreshed the free emotes to be what the old emotes used to be. So there's that. And also on my Discord, I have a bunch more emotes too. So if you're already part of the Discord and you have Nitro, you are able to use those emotes on anything you want. Yeah, that's it's like my vision is kind of like getting kind of like, you know, like when you're tired and your eyes kind of like close a little bit and you just start squinting and you're misreading things. That happens to me Voices, what is up? How are you doing, man? Voices, I'm surprised you are here because I caught part of your stream and then Blow filled me in about your stream too. Oh, thank you, Son, for that tag right there. For the shout out. Voices, did you stream for 12 hours? I hope you're doing okay. Hope you got your rest and you didn't crash out in your League of Legends yesterday. I was kind of listening in at your stream and you had the typing sounds and stuff. Oh, Voices, sorry for the ads. Like, I have ads running on my stream every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes, I have like a new ad running for about 2 minutes or something like that. And then if I snooze it, it kind of like stacks and stuff. But oh, it was me. Oh, okay, go. But yeah. Oh wow, the Twitch website bugged out and gave you I hope that counted towards my stream and I get some money off of that. But knowing Amazon, they probably just stole my money. So there we go. Thank you for dropping by there. Thank you, all three of you guys for dropping by. Actually, Solon, Ty, or Hellshot, and Voices. I appreciate it. But yeah, this is the OG RE2. I'm just chilling, playing a game because I'm not really feeling on the bus. So just playing something fast like Rivals or Dead by Daylight, stuff like that. Like playing games that like I have to move the camera around kind of gets me like feeling sick and weaker, if that makes sense. Like I have a lot of things going on medically, so like playing something like this, like classic RE2 is very cozy. It's like a comfort game to play when I'm not feeling well. And I'm just like, I'm just chilling. So also the goal is this is like weeks ago. I was like, when I was doing all the Resident Evil games, like I was gonna like play the Resident Evil games in order. So like, I already did RE1 a few weeks ago, and then I finished half of Resident Evil 2, and now I'm doing the second half as Leon. And then I'm probably gonna move on to RE3 in the coming days, if I can. But just a little heads up though for everyone watching the stream, I will be having another stream tomorrow in the daytime, hopefully when I'm feeling better too, and it's gonna be for Final Fantasy 14. So I'll be streaming the story for that and just like checking out all the new things that came out tomorrow for it. I'm kind of excited for that. Like I may not sound excited because I'm not feeling that great, but I am definitely gonna be doing the stream for that. And then there's something else I was gonna do. Oh yeah, for everyone who's just coming into the stream and stuff, a couple of updates. So now I know how to stream my Switch 2 perfectly on here. So look forward to like a Switch 2 stream sometime soon. I just gotta figure out what game to play on the Switch 2 and stream that for you guys. Maybe Metroid if I'm feeling up to it. And then also I just got her to work today, like hours ago. Is I got my gaming laptop set up to be streamable with my current stream setup like this. So where you see the game screen, I could have my laptop screen on that now, and I could play all the PC exclusive independent survival horror games off of that. So like Echoes of the Living, I could play, and trying to get Resident Evil Outbreak up and running too, so I could play that and so on and so forth. I just got to figure out how to do the voice chat, like how to get the voice chatting stuff to work, but I'll get there. Baby steps, one thing at a time kind of thing. So there you go. Like I have more options to stream things on top of like the PS5 and the Xbox stuff, and I can also stream more classic stuff too, straight from the harbor since I still have it. So there you guys go. Some little channel updates, and then also, like I mentioned, if you are subscribed to the channel, there's new emotes, new animated emotes on there as well. Like my favorite one is actually this one that I have. Where is it? Ty, you may know this. It's the laughing GIF from Final Fantasy 14. And then I do also have this too. And then I have that, and also on my Discord I have all these. So you guys, if you guys are part of my Discord, you guys already have access to these to use on Discord. There. Okay, I kind of yapped a little bit too much. I apologize. Let's get back to these evil residents. And I kind of remember Ada gets like slashed by William, but I think it's in a different cart, I think. I don't know. My brain's not brain right now, you guys. I'm so sorry. So we just got assaulted by William. He was like, slashing through the cart. And I'm like, okay, this little platform that when we exit, he could so totally fight easier, but he's like, nah, I'm just gonna chill. Yeah, Ada has a gun. I'll let her do all the heavy lifting, okay? Wait, maybe not. She's just like waiting and chilling for him. Think. Wait, what? This one doesn't have. That zombie normally has like a weapon upgrade. Okay, so I don't have the weapon upgrade. So I think in Claire A, I took the spark shot. Yeah, I'm out of ammo. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually have to head to the serum that's in the next room. You see? Voices, if you're still here. What was have you played Resident Evil before, like the OG Resident Evils?
We finally arrived. There must be something hidden here.
It's been ages. What's your favorite Resident Evil? Never all the way through. Really? How so? Why? Oh, Code Veronica. Okay, Code Veronica is actually one of the toughest Resident Evil games ever. So there's that. There, I don't fault you for that. Oh, Code Veronica was the only one that you finished. Hey, okay, mad props rather. Like for me, when I play Code Veronica, oh, let's see something. Hey, no worries, Solon, and absolutely no worries on the modding too. So I appreciate you for what you've done for the channel so far. Before you go, I always like to give it a little shout out. So get a rest and everything, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, check out Sullivan over there. He did some sound alerts for the channel. So those will probably be more noticeable when somebody new follows the channel. It should pop up on the screen, hopefully. So definitely check him out though. He does play some Call of Duty and also does Overwatch streams. Yeah, no worries. Voices, you're talking about Code Veronica. So for me, Code Veronica is actually one of the more challenging Resident Evils. Like I remember I played through it and I got soft locked halfway through the game when you're in the airplane and you're fighting the tyrant. And it was the challenge. So I was like, oh no, crap. And then I had to restart the game. Because I had to restart the game, make sure I had the correct ammo and everything for that fight. And then I got past the fight. But then when you switch over to Chris, I forgot to put most of the weapons in the item box for him to use. And so then all Chris had was a handgun and a knife and maybe I think the bow gun. Really? I was like, oh no, again. So then I had to rewind my save to just for that and put all my weapons away and everything. And then I was able to finally finish the game. And then the final boss. So I didn't really technically finish the game, but I got to the final boss, and then the final boss wrecked me as Chris because I didn't have enough healing. And I didn't have enough ammo either. I'm like, oh no. And then finally I finished the game. So there you go. So Code Veronica was like one of those learning experiences. It is the toughest Resident Evil game you guys could play. Like it is not easy. Even the remaster or the HD release that came out for it, tough as hell. I think the only easiest Code Veronica version is the one that's on the GameCube. Really, I think that is not the GameCube. I mean the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast Code Veronica I think is the easiest version. And the HD version is like the most challenging one. Also, apologies if I am like not all there. My brain is just ain't like brain today, you know? I'm just like blah. Like I'm literally like this at the moment. Okay, so I'm gonna like drop these things off. Like, if anybody's watching this stream and you guys are like, oh, I'm gonna play Code Veronica, I'm gonna play that Resident Evil, I'm gonna be like, no, don't do it. that game is just, it's gonna wreck you, it's gonna turn you away from playing Resident Evil games. Do not play that as your first Resident Evil. I'm going back down here because I want to check that one zombie. I was all the way at the beginning with that. Said that should have some ammo and stuff. Ammo or a gun upgrade. Because Leon should get a shotgun upgrade. Like, he should have it right now. There we go. That's what I was looking for. But I was checking the whole body of the zombie, but it wasn't there. It was technically off to his like right arm, something like that. But it's super missable, you guys. Like it's one of those things. Like Claire gets a spark shot there, Leon gets a shotgun upgrade there, and it's like if you don't realize it's there, you could totally miss it in the game and have a way more tougher time. Like with the shotgun upgrade, Leon can literally destroy zombies in one hit. Like, he doesn't even have to aim up. He can like just blast a hole through them. It'll literally give you this face of satisfaction right here. There you go. That's Wesker. So let me just reorganize this. Then we're gonna bring up the mag down and that. There. Now we gotta get outside and turn on the cable car. I believe there should be some ammo here. There. See, those bullets are actually missable too. So since Claire uses in her scenario, Leon now has to like have that a little bit longer path of having to get the cable car back. It's not really a cable car, like a train. Anything? I don't know. It's weird. Oh. Bit of a jump scare. No worries. And when X falls, you can actually pick up some ammo room. There. See, X could give you a bit of jump scare if you didn't check the monitors. I don't feel like checking the monitors. You check the monitors, then you'll see X walking. But if you just walk around the corner, X is already there. You know why? Because X wants to give it to you. I don't know, it's a bad joke. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like it's like it's like 3 in the morning already for me. Oops, I'm on the wrong side. Sure.
Come on, let's go.
But just a heads up for anybody who's watching the stream for free, there's gonna be a ad running in 14 minutes, give or take. So if you're watching the channel as just a follower, feel free to stick through that. It helps out a ton. It's kind of weird. It's like a train and an elevator. It makes no sense, really. Why it's like that? It's just like a cargo express thing or something? I don't know. Like, it's weird. Oh, Ada's gonna get slapped. Damn, she got slapped.
Ada! Ada! Can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it!
I love how when that happens to Ada, Leon is just like, Ada, snap out of it. I'm like, Leon, dude, she just got clawed by a giant monster. She's bleeding on the floor. You can't really snap out of it, you know? And then I like Leon's solution. Like, he doesn't really say anything. He's just like, I need to get outside the train. It makes no sense. She did. Hell, she did. She was just like, bam. She was literally like this. That's literally what happened to Ada. She just like, bam, fell. She's not cautious. She's bleeding on the floor, Leon. Okay. And then I like Leon's solution. It's like, okay, we're gonna go outside and fight this thing. It's like, really? It's William again. But he has more claws. But he does that as like an instant kill thing. Man, camera had to change. Oh, 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 oh. This version of Williams actually, like, was technically, like, one of the final bosses in the RE2 room. Wait, he's not really dead. He just like jumps off the corner and he thinks it's Spider-Man now. All we have to do is basically just have him run away. Like, I do admit it makes more sense in Leon B how like William just kind of like escapes like that. When you play it as Claire and Claire A, William just kind of like just falls over on the floor and like he just like huddles up, and it's kind of weird because then you have to walk back outside again and William isn't there, so it's kind of like what?
Welcome back. Hey, take it easy. We're inside Umbrella's secret lab. I'll go find something to treat that wound, so just rest here in the meantime.
But I'll only slow you down with these injuries. Go. Save yourself.
Is it just me, or does everybody always ignore what I say?
No, it's true.
I told you, it's my job to look after you.
Everybody ignores Leon.
You'll be in danger if you stay with me. I know I've only known you for a short period of time, but I really enjoy being with you.
Leon, Ada's a hoe. There we go.
I know. I'm not capable of caring about anyone, but I don't want to lose you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
Ada is such a hoe. It's also kind of funny too. Okay, so check this out. Leon got shot, right? And he meets up with Ada. Ada wraps bandages around Leon. Leon doesn't do the same for Ada after she gets slapped by William. Why? I don't know why. Like, dude, you gotta like you return the favor. She put bandages on you. You gotta put bandages on her. But Leon's like, you just sit here. So this is technically like a new kind of thing that we're doing. When I was a kid and I found out that there was like a second scenario in RE2, it kind of blew my mind. Really, I was like, oh, what? There's more to the game? I think because I thought it would just be like, oh, okay, just play as other character. That's basically it. It's still the same process of doing things, but no. The second scenario has a lot more new areas to explore, like this part of the lab. So switch my shotgun so I don't waste my magnum rounds. So if all you play is the first scenario and that's it, you would miss out on all this. Yeah. Okay, so we need to push this. This is like a little puzzle. The only thing that could screw you up is probably the perception, the depth perception, because of how the camera's set up. See, can I get on this thing? See, I can't get that way, so then I have to climb over. I have to push the thing back out. Ugh. Push that. Oh. The hell? I can't run out? Ugh. There we go. Imagine if that was real life and you get stuck by like an invisible wall. Okay, now we push. I'm trying to remember where did I put it. This is technically a save room. Not really, if that makes sense. It's kind of like you kind of treat it like the way it is in the RPD, the main lobby. This is where we have to put the crate. Hey Ty, just heads up, you got another 3 more hours. Like, officially 3 more hours. Until the update for Final Fantasy 14 goes live. Do you think it's possible that they probably ended early? Or do you think it's like something that's gonna be really big to the point where like it's probably gonna be like an all night thing or all morning thing? Sorry guys if that shotgun was super loud. I forgot how powerful the custom shotgun is. So if anybody is watching those headphones, I apologize for that loudness. Like, I'm trying to remember what I remember. Didn't they do that for like an expansion? Like one of the expansions, like the expansion day released early or something like that. I think was it Shadowbringers? Like Shadowbringers released early, and then it was like you were able to play. Because I remember when Shadowbringers like when one of the expansions came out, like my free company, everybody like they ended up getting on earlier than normal, and they were able to like play through most of the story by that point. By the time I got on to play, like at 6 in the morning. Oh, the update is out. Okay, wait, give me a second. I shouldn't. No. Since I'm streaming, I can't. I don't want to do that because it's gonna rest the stream. Sure. Like, do you think Evercold's gonna have early access? Uh, and I hope if they do that early access for Evercold, it's not as bad as Endwalker was. Ooh, I remember Endwalker. I like okay, so it got delayed, like what was it, like a week or something, or like they delayed it by just a little bit, and then it came out. And I remember I had early access, and I remember the servers were constantly shutting down. And I'm like, oh no. And I remember like I kind of like set time aside, like I had days off lined up for it or something like that. Yeah, oh no, it was during the pandemic, so no days off. But I kind of like scheduled, blocked out some time. So I feel okay, I'm gonna stream this. I'm gonna play this on these days, and I couldn't even do that. The servers were just so hammered by people. I wonder what the collector's edition is going to have, like the digital collector's edition, like what kind of mount they're going to use, what kind of minion, and maybe like special costume or glamour weapon is going to be. Yeah, what do you think it's going to be? Like they say we're going to the fourth. So the fourth is the Ike Space theme, maybe like a Shiva mount, Shiva minion, Shiva outfit or something. Like or like a Final Fantasy, no Final Fantasy 4. like a Final Fantasy X DLCs or something like that, like a Final Fantasy X minion, glamour, something. Oh, add okay. So, Ty, hopefully you're back. Thank you for sticking through that ad, though. I appreciate it. That's true. That's true. They did a bunch of minions from 10. Maybe like a sun minion could be a thing because they have the Arcana giants in there, so they kind of look like sun. So maybe like a minion of that, and then or maybe jet, like a minion jet or something. Unless there is already a minion jet, I don't know. I need to check and see that. And then I was thinking like maybe if they did like an outfit or something like that from the collector's edition, it could probably be Jet, Lulu, or Orin be there. Is there Ty? You may know this. Is there like a minion Kamari 14? I don't remember. Hmm. Like I honestly, I think they may have that like a yeah. They could probably do like a mini Kamari, a Lulu outfit for female characters, and then like an Orin outfit for male characters. Because we already have Titus and Yuna's outfit in there. But like a Lulu, Orin, or maybe even Waka and Riku, they could have their outfits in there. And then like they could use like the Scholar Summoner could use like a Lulu Moogle type weapon glamour. Samurais could probably get like an Orin glamour weapon or something like that. Like his samurai blade. So and honestly, if they include a Blitzball DPS type character, like if the next DPS is Blitzball, it would be hilarious because everyone's like, "Oh, when are we getting a Blitzball minigame?" But we don't get the minigame. We get an actual class that is Blitzball, and then we get like a Blitzball weapon glamour for the collector's edition. Brotherhood could be cool too. Now that you think about it, Brotherhood for Gunbreaker, perfect. Or like a dual Brotherhood weapon for Viper or something too, or Gladiator actually. Yeah, Paladin. I mean, my brain's not burning. I'm sorry, yes. But no, so we have it's gonna be 14 originals. What do you think it's gonna be like? I have a feeling the tank one's gonna be like a gun shield type thing. That's my guess. That might be the tank art for DPS then for original. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe like a time mage or something. I don't know. Mm, I'm trying to like think, especially like when you look at like the NPC characters in the game. Like Zero is a paladin or a Reaper paladin. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of drawing a blank on what the DPS could be, but for tank, I think it's gonna be like a gun shield type tank. Lance and shell combo, maybe? That kind of sounds like a crosshair. Or crosshair, or however you want to call it. Yo, it would be cool if there was a class that just had like a whip, kind of like a Belmont from Castlevania kind of thing going on, you know? So, like, just give a DPS a whip base attacks. It'd be like Quintus from Final Fantasy 8. Hmm. Crossbow would be too similar to Bard Archer or Gunslinger. Yeah, but I don't know what you would call the class though if they had a whip, like tactician or something. I don't know. It could be anything really. True. Range DPS. It'd be perfect for crowd control. It could be almost be like, you know how dancers would be like spinning and stuff. You could use that with a whip. Oops. I'm trying to figure out how that would work. You think that would be the tank, right? Well, that's the show. Yeah, that's true. They could always do that. Tower shells could be a thing, you know, like they could just do a whole Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Demon Souls thing with that. Now that I think about it, that would actually be really perfect, and you could bring in a ton of people who are just hardcore Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Elden Ring fans into Final Fantasy 14 with that kind of class. Hmm. Yeah, we got naked zombies. You got a friend that just loves using tower shields. Did they play Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Elden Ring by chance? Like here I am talking to you and stuff, and my wife kind of like wakes up from her sleep, and I'm like, "Huh? What? What was the sun?" Oh, like in Diablo and Elder Scrolls Online. How does it play in Elder Scrolls? Like the tower shells? It's just, is it massive enough to make you just like slow down in movements and all that? Like good defense, but like no mobility whatsoever. All right, guys, what's going on here? Group meeting? Ooh, 3 for the price of 1. Okay. It's ZombieCon. That's probably what was going on here. So okay, so Clara left Sherry in this room here, but the door's locked, so the master key is basically the last thing we need. So that save room is out of bounds. But honestly, guys, I'm getting tired. I think I'm gonna like end my stream here because like my brain is just like my brain's turning into a zombie. Make sure I save it. Wait, I did save it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely be on tomorrow, guys. Though, this is just like a short stream. I also just want to like, it's good. I also just wanted to like test out things, make sure my emotes are working correctly and stuff like that. So, let me just turn this off. So like, yeah, so I do want to say thank you to everyone who tuned into the stream, is chilling out with me tonight. Just a short 2-hour stream, really. Nothing major, you know, RE2 and all that. It's my cozy routine. I wish I had more energy and stuff. Okay, Ty. Okay. You're on Crystal, right? So we'll probably have to do like data center travels or something like that, unless the... Oh, you're on Primal. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do like a data center transfer or something. Hopefully they fix that whole region matchmaking thing, and they get that up and running in Japan first and everything, and then they bring it over to us, and we're able to use it fully. That's something I'm actually looking forward to in 14. Being able to play with others who are on different data centers. Yeah, hopefully it goes smooth and there's no delays and stuff, and we're all good with that. But yeah, tomorrow sounds good. If you need help too, just let me know, and I'll be able to join you as well. But yeah, guys. So tonight's stream is more like a little test run for the emotes that I have set up. There are new emotes, so if you guys are subscribed to the channel, you guys have full access to these animated emotes that I have up. And then also there are more emotes on my Discord too. So if you guys are part of the Discord, feel free to use that whenever you guys want to. And then what else was it? Yeah, that was pretty much it. Really, just wanted to chill, like, hey guys, what's up, and all that stuff. And thanks. My brain is not brain. Like, I feel it on the side, like on the side of my head, like a migraine's about to kick in and all that fun stuff. Ugh. So that's it for me, guys. I'm heading out. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. You guys take it easy. And before I go, I just want to give out some last minute shout outs. Hopefully you guys are still here with me. Ty, here you go. Of course, Ty, of course. Let's see, voices. All right, there you go, voices. But all right, guys, that's gonna be it for me. You guys take it easy. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the Final Fantasy 14 stream. Expect that to be more towards the daytime, really, daytime, afternoon kind of time. And I'll see you guys there, okay? As always, though, take care and peace out. Later.